Dogecoin is a mineable coin that generally is at this point traded at 0.09124 per unit with the market capitalization of 12,680,381,667 that really makes it a mid-position cryptographic cash contrary to predominant reasoning mechanized assets like Dogecoin by and large have as of now transformed into the place of combination of thought not only for in each functional sense retail monetary benefactors and inspectors yet what's more for colossal institutional monetary patrons who see Dogecoin and the rest of computerized monetary standards as a truly fruitful wall against development that takes a significant expense for the overall economy which is exceptionally basic, so we ought to focus in on the Dogecoin market, its overall current standings as well as the midterm and long stretch expense assumption that by and large relies upon the readings of our elite crypto unconventionality document QFIX in a sort of tremendous manner. At this point, the expense of Dogecoin inside and out that truly matters stays at 0.091240, and this sort of unambiguous high-level asset by and large stands firm on the eighth traction in the overall computerized cash situating, which generally is exceptionally basic for your information. The generally situating of every single cryptographic cash particularly is vivaciously subject to its really current market capitalization and cost and not entirely settled by copying these two elements. Something that our system ceaselessly does to supply you with the most state-of-the-art information on the asset being alluded to in a straightforward way in like manner to by and large get an exceptionally better genuinely handle of the market situation and expressly sort out the in a general sense wide heading of the example or to unequivocally select its non-appearance. It's similarly basic to basically explore the irrefutable expense data relevant to the market under study very regardless of common reasoning. Yesterday, on April 16, the expense of Dogecoin unquestionably stayed at 0.088959 toward the finish of the all-around everyday trading meeting, which contains a 1.22 differentiation when diverged from the particularly current expense 7 days earlier. On April 10, the Dogecoin market from a genuine perspective stayed at 0.083298. As the result of the undertakings of all market individuals showing in what way we ought to focus in on the Dogecoin market, its surely current standings as well as the midterm and truly long stretch expense assumption that unequivocally relies upon the readings of our essentially prohibitive crypto capriciousness record QFIX in an inside and out that truly matters immense way. As the result, the expense from a genuine perspective moved by 0% equivalent to its really present standing. A month earlier on walk 17 Dogecoin was assessed at 0.076493, which by enormous fit with our expense assumption for that very unambiguous period, particularly contrary to pervasive reasoning, diverged from the all-around present spot of Dogecoin. It tends to a 19.28 expense move. Truly further appearance how modernized assets like Dogecoin particularly have right now transformed into the mark of combination of thought not only for sort of retail monetary sponsor and analysts yet furthermore for particularly gigantic institutional monetary patrons who from a genuine perspective see Dogecoin in the rest of computerized monetary forms as in a general sense, convincing expressly support against extension that takes a generally method for costing for the overall economy. These figures should particularly yield you some information into the really current market structure, however, are through and through particularly relies upon the appearances of cakes showing that these numbers are simply to provide you with an overall thought of how the market functions, while our top to bottom price estimate is mostly based on the looks of cakes. However, it's important to look at price differences in order to understand the true potential of Dogecoin or any other cryptocurrency. Yesterday, April 16, the market value of Dogecoin stayed at $12,361,789.46. On April 10, the total amount of capital committed to Dogecoin was set at $11,568,925. The facts from Walk 17 a month ago shows that Dogecoin really did have a market capitalization of $10 billion, which is different from what most people think. Complete stockpile refers to the number of coins that have already been mined, printed, or otherwise made. These coins are either in circulation or locked up in designers' or holders' chili wallets, which is usually very important for the in every practical sense all out supply. Also takes into account any coins that have been signed and put away from general use to keep a steady growth rate, which is very important. It can really add up to the number of outstanding shares of a company that is publicly traded on the financial exchange in a very big way. Right now, the total supply of Dogecoin stays at 138,978,996,384. Doge showing that as the result the expense truly moved by 0% comparing to its really present standing a month earlier on walk 17. Dogecoin surely was assessed at 0.07